All right, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, no matter where you are in the world. We want to welcome you to the E-Estate webinar presentation for February 16th. Guys, we are absolutely excited about you being on the line with us today. If you're excited as well, can I see those hearts and hundreds? You guys know how I love to see the hearts and hundreds. Give me the energy back today. I want to tell you guys up front, I am facing an internet outage in my area. But don't worry, I logged on to my hotspot. So I may have to clear some bandwidth and everything to make sure we have a great presentation today, but it's not going to stop us, right? I'm going to tell you, this movement is unstoppable. If you guys were vibing to the music that I was playing at the beginning, can I get some hearts and hundreds for the music, right? Wonderful music that we have here specifically for E-Estate. ILCA. Shout out to Brandon Ivy for making sure that we have the perfect music and the perfect theme songs for our presentations. He did an incredible job and he continues to drop new music. We're going to get him a Grammy nomination for that type of music that he's producing for our incredible presentation. So that is wonderful, guys. But I want to let you guys know you're in the right place at the right time. Just in case you didn't know, my name is Anthony Deloach, and I am a strategic growth partner with E-Estate, and I get to share some incredible information with you that is sweeping the globe, that is already impacting people's lives in a positive way financially. And if you want the same thing to happen for you, this might be the information that you need to hear today, right? So many people are excited about what's going on. Now, I definitely don't want to waste anybody's time, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into things so we can get this kicked off, so we can get you all the information that you need today, right? So the first thing I want to let you guys know is that I am not a financial advisor. I don't want you to take this as any type of financial advice. Nothing in this presentation should be considered financial advice, right? I'm not even qualified to be able to do that. But what I want to tell you guys right now is that I am going to give you all the information that you need so that you can do your own due diligence and make an educated decision for yourself, whether you're ready to participate in this new wave of wealth that's being created through the tokenization of real estate, right? So we're going to give you all the information about the tokenization of real estate. We're going to give you the information not only about that, but how you can participate and what this means for you financially if you decide that you want to take advantage of this, all right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. I want you guys to make sure that if you're inviting people onto this presentation, that you let them know that they need to have a real Zoom name, nothing like iPhone. I don't want to see anything like laptop or Samsung or Android or any type of fake name. If you have a fake name, you cannot get into the Zoom. And if you somehow get into the Zoom, you will be removed if you do not have a real name. All right. So we're trying to create a professional, clean Zoom environment. And if you guys can help us do that, if you're inviting people onto the call. Here's the next thing, guys. I suggest that everybody get something to write on and something to write with today, because I want you guys to make sure you're taking some copious notes, right? I'm going to share some non-traditional information, but what's good about non-traditional information is that it usually allows you to make some non-traditional income. Anybody excited about making some non-traditional income today? Let me make sure we got the right people on the line. If you are excited about that, let me see the hearts and hundreds. Non-traditional income. Right? When I tell you this is non-traditional income, we're going to show you how to make money without having to go out and trade hours for dollars. You don't have to go out and trade your life for money anymore, right? If you learn the concepts and the principles that we show you today, we're going to show you how you can genuinely put money to work for you through the tokenized assets in the real estate space. And so, guys, we have some incredible tokenized assets that we're going to show you today, and we're going to show you how you can profit from them and how you can even get started as little as $10. That's what you're in store for. So let me go ahead, and I want to introduce to some and present to others this incredible company, but also this incredible shift that's happening in our financial space. We're talking about a new era of real estate. All right. Now, I like to talk about myself just a little bit on these calls because I want you to understand who I am and why I'm even qualified to be able to present this information to you. Well, I want to let you guys know that I'm not new to this, but I am true to this, right? I've been involved in the networking and entrepreneurial space for over 20 years. So I've been able to experience the highs and the lows, the ups, the downs, the success, the failure, everything. See, I'm not one of those ones that told you that I was born with a gold or silver spoon in my mouth and I've been successful all my life and all of my journey. Can I tell you guys, anybody that's telling you that that's their story, most of the time that's fake. If you agree with me, let me see the hearts and hundreds. If somebody tells you they got involved in any type of entrepreneurship or any type of investing or any type of anything, I want to tell you that on the road to success, it will be paved with failure. But as long as I get to success, that's all that matters to me, right? And I want to tell you guys, that's what I've been able to do. And I've been able to learn and recognize some things on my way, right? Now, I want to tell you guys also that I got involved with our financial system. I joined the bank, right? I joined the bank as a banker and worked my way up to the point that I was in the corporate arena of banking, right? And I want to tell you that I learned a lot because that was my intention. I said, I want to learn more about our financial system. But let me tell you guys, I got very educated on our financial system. And the main thing that I learned was that the bank is not the place for you to try to create wealth. And I was so glad that I had that experience because I knew a lot of people who were trying to use the bank's products and services to create wealth for themselves. They would even go into the bank and talk to bankers like myself and other people that used to be at the bank trying to learn how to create wealth. But let me tell you guys, if you're trying to do that, it's nothing wrong with your goal, but there's something wrong with the vehicle you're trying to get there. There's nothing wrong with the destination. It's something wrong with the vehicle, right? That you just got to switch vehicles so you can get to your destination because the bank's products and services were never set up for you to get wealthy. Nobody really tells you that though, right? The bank's products and services are set up to make the bank money. Woo. Look, I want you guys to understand this more importantly than anything else that I talk about on the call. I want you guys to understand right here that your bank account does more for the bank than it does for you. What do I mean? The bank understands that if you put all your money over there, they're going to take your money and they're going to go out and use your money to make more money. And they're going to come back and they're going to pay you next to nothing for using your money. They're going to pay you. What do I mean? They're going to pay you next to nothing. If you go look at your checking account interest on that monthly statement, you know what it's going to tell you? It's going to tell you something like 0.001%, which is next to nothing that they're paying you for using your money. So your money is making somebody rich. See, I understand that, but look, I understand that if my money is going to be making somebody rich, it better be making me rich, right? I'm the one that went out and worked hard for it. If you agree with me, let me see the hearts and hundreds, right? Let me see the hearts and hundreds. Like, hey man, look, I want my money to be making me rich, not everybody else. All right. So what we want to do is give you a game plan and an opportunity and a vehicle that'll allow you to accelerate your cash flow. Can I tell you this? One thing other people won't tell you that I want to tell you guys this, man. Cash flow acceleration is better than cash accumulation. Woo. Cash flow acceleration is better than cash accumulation. See, most people were taught to save a lot. It said go get a good job, make a lot of money, save that money, put it in a bank account and save it up. If you're doing that, you're putting your money in a losing situation. You're doing what I call burying your money. And you probably say, Anthony, why you say I'm burying my money? Because a bank account is the graveyard for money. Why? Because it's not going to produce anything in your bank account. As a matter of fact, your money is in a losing position in your bank account. It's declining. Your buying power is declining every day. How many people know right now that your dollar does not buy as much as it did now as it did 10 years ago? Your dollar does not buy as much now as it did 10 years ago. If you agree with me, let me see the hearts and hundreds, right? Yep, you go out and you spend $1. You can't even buy much stuff for $1 now. Do you remember a 20-ounce drink used to be 99 cents? I bought a 20-ounce drink. Boom, 20-ounce drink. Guess what? $2.50. What? I go buy a 20-ounce drink, $2.50 to $3 now. When back in the day it was 99 cents. That means that my dollar is worth less today than it was yesterday. And that means that your money is in a losing position if you're trying to save it. So I want to show you guys what you're supposed to do money. You're supposed to plant money. And when you plant money, here's what you do. You give your money a plan. That's the first 4 letters of the word plant, right? So you give your money a plan. The last T stands for time. You're going to give your money time. So once you learn how to give your money the right plan, and then you give your money time, your money will grow. How many of you all want your money to grow, right? If you just want your money to grow for you, then let me see the hearts and hundreds really quick, right? So I'm going to tell you now how we can help your money grow through cash flow acceleration over cash accumulation. All right, so let's get in. I'm gonna give you this master class on money today while I present this opportunity to you. All right, so what we're excited about is now that there's an opportunity for the wealth gap in real estate to be closed, because typically in the world, right, almost all over the world, this is a global thing. There's a big wealth gap in real estate where average everyday people aren't able to participate in high performing real estate assets where it produces passive income for them. Now, the reason why most people can't participate is because usually it takes a lot of money, right? And you needed a lot of money to get involved. Now, if you weren't already blessed with a lot of money by being in a wealthy family, coming from a wealthy family, that type of thing, then you would need to go ahead and try to save that money up. But guess what? Most people couldn't save that amount of money. Think about it. How many people would be able to say, how long would it take someone to save $100,000? The average person can't save $100. So how in the world are you supposed to save $100,000, right? So here's the thing. If you didn't have the capital, guess what you needed? The credit. So you would need to go leverage your credit to be able to do this. But being in the fact that most people are in a situation where they're living paycheck to paycheck, and one incident will cause them to fall behind on something, then that means that their credit gets affected. And when their credit gets affected, that means they don't qualify to get the loans from the bank. Right? Because the banks require almost perfection for you to get the credit when it comes to buying real estate. But here's the other thing, guys. What about if you didn't have the credit, if you didn't have the capital, maybe you had the right connections, right? But how many people know that we don't even get the memos on that? We're not in those secret societies. We're not in those circles where we could get that information, right? So that we could take advantage of it. And even if we did get the connection, we got to hope that they will let us in on the deal without a lot of money. So that was the wealth gap. It was a lack of access for us. The slow processes. It took so long for you to realize the capital appreciation through the real estate space that most people even avoided it. Can you imagine a people avoiding a wealth producing vehicle like real estate because it just wasn't something that was conducive for their financial situation? But let me tell you, this whole game is being changed, and I'm excited about it. Now, I want to tell you that this is not just about real estate. This is about our entire financial market. There is a whole asset class that's called RWA, right? Real world assets, right? So here's what I want you guys to understand, that real estate is the largest sector of real world assets. That's why we're putting our focus on real estate. And we all know that real estate has been used to create, maintain, and maximize wealth since the beginning of time. This is so significant that they're saying that this shift of tokenization in real estate is a $16 trillion market shift. Now, I don't think I have to tell you, but I hope you understand that when there's market shifts that's this incredible, of this magnitude, there's going to be people who become millionaires. There's going to be people who become billionaires. And even in this era, there's going to be some people who become trillionaires, right? I want to tell you, but it's only for those who are ready and willing to accept that there is a market shift upon us. Now, you're probably saying, well, Anthony, how do we know that? Well, the writing is already on the wall. Or in this case, I want to tell you, the writing is on the blogs, right? So if you go and look at all the information that's being published online, you will see that Trump's Maldives hotel will be a tokenized real estate project. That was released on November of 2024, November 17th, 2025, right? November 17th. Now, most people around the world saw it, but they didn't understand what it means for them. They said, oh, well, whoop-de-doo. Right? There's like people are like, whoop-de-doo. Trump got a tokenized real estate hotel in the Maldives. What in the world does that mean for me? Right? Well, I want to tell you, it's time for us to pay attention to the context clues. Most things that we see are not coincidences. They're clues. And if we understand to recognize the cues and the clues, then we can see the things that we need to see so that we can actually start becoming wealthy ourselves, not just watching other people get wealthy. All right. So let me tell you, this is just one article that points us to tokenization. Let me show you another one. Here's another article right here that I pulled some information from. Right now, this was powerful for me because one thing that I say is success leaves clues. And so all we got to do is look at what successful people are doing, not just what they're saying. Sometimes what they say is opposite of what they do. Anybody ever met somebody like that? They telling you one thing, but they doing something else. Let me see the hearts and hundreds. Whoever met somebody like that, right? You understand that that's happening, right? Even in our financial space, they say one thing, right? But then they doing something else. So let me tell you, instead of us looking at what they're saying, we're going to look at what they're doing. And here's the picture that institutional investor interest is painting. Recent surveys show that 80% of high net worth investors and 67% of institutional investors already invest in or plan to invest in tokenized assets. So what does this mean? This means that they are moving their money, right? Why are they moving their money though? That's the question that we should be asking, right? Here's one thing I want to tell you. The way you get empowered answer is to ask empowered questions. Stop asking disempowering questions and start asking empowering questions, and then you're going to get empowered answers. So let me tell you, why are they removing their money? Because the river of money is about to shift. What? And so here's what they understand. The whole principle about creating wealth is to go where the river of money is flowing. Where the river of money, I want y'all to get it. Y'all know I like to make it rhyme so y'all can remember it. Where the river of money is flowing, that's where you need to be going. Right? If you're picking up what I'm putting down, let me see the hearts and hundreds, right? Where the river of money is flowing, that's where you need to be going. So I want you guys to look at what's happening. This wasn't a coincidence. This is a cue. They got the memo. They are in the circle. They have the money. So they get information that we don't get. Let me tell you, most people think that it's all racism, classism that's keeping us out of the wealth game. But can I tell you, it's not that. It's what I call informationalism. That's an Anthonyism, right? Informationalism is something that I made up, but it's absolutely true. Informationalism is just a word that explains that we don't get the information. And if we do, we get it too late. Oh, man, I'm giving y'all a world-class masterclass on money right now. I hope you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. If we do get the information, we get it too late. But guess what? You don't have to be late to the party this time because we're giving you the information at the right time. And if you take advantage of it right now, you could be like a lot of us who are capitalizing on the tokenization of real estate, right? Now, let me tell you something else. Here's another article, another point of information that I want you to put down in your notes. The largest asset manager in the world, their CEO, Larry Fink, says this, right? He says that tokenization could do for finance what the early internet did for information. Now, this was published on December 2nd of 2025. This is not a very old article. I want you guys to understand what's happening. Read the cues and clues. So if he's saying this could do for finance what the early internet did for information, think about what the early internet did for information. It accelerated it. It allowed the access to information faster than ever before, but also it allowed more access to information to more people than ever before. So the same thing is about to happen with our financial market. We're going to get faster access to profits through the real estate space, right? Through tokenization than we've ever had. But we're also, think about this, guys, we're also going to have more access for more people than ever. People who have been usually excluded from high performing real estate assets are now going to be included. So this is what we're so excited about. And this is why we're hosting these Zoom meetings all the time, all over the place, making sure everyone is aware of the access that they now have. All right. Now, most people are trying to figure out what tokenization is. But my job today is to make tokenization very simple. See, because I understand that a confused mind does nothing. And most people don't take action on information because they don't understand it. So here's my simple explanation of what tokenization is. Tokenization is simply the process of converting real estate assets ownership into digital tokens on the blockchain. That's it. One sentence, very simple. The process of converting real estate asset ownership into digital tokens on the blockchain. Now, why would we put this on the blockchain? Because the blockchain is a tamper-proof digital ledger that's totally secure, totally anonymous, and totally transparent all at the same time, and it's faster than any ledger that we've ever had. See, back in the day at the bank, we had a ledger, but it was written down, and it was human controlled. And being that there was human control, there was human error. And when there was human error or human mischief, then things weren't totally calculated right. Things didn't happen the way that it was supposed to. But through new technology, blockchain technology, we have smart contracts that can automatically program things that are in paper contracts and make it so that it happens automatically without permission from humans. that everything happens the way that it's supposed to. How many of you all would love to have permissionless profits? If you want your profits to happen automatically, let me see the hearts and hundreds. Who's picking up what I'm putting down right here, right? I'm trying to make sure that this is very plain and simple for each and every one of you. Now, the other thing that we can count on through tokenization is more transparent transactions when it's on the blockchain. So you can go in and see the transactions that are happening. We have better liquidity of real estate, where you have real estate entities that are able to fund projects faster than ever before. And we are case in point, right? Because we have fully funded 2 properties through tokenization in a very short 7 months. Totally tokenized, sold out 2 properties. The other thing is now we can earn profits as end users. We can earn profits from high performing real estate assets on a daily basis instead of having to wait 3 to 5 years, 5 to 7 years, or 8 to 10 years to realize capital appreciation. But the main thing that I love about this is that there has been opportunities for modest investors that have been opened up. So instead of you needing tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions of dollars to get involved in top tier real estate projects, you can literally get involved with as little as $10 if you're participating with the greatest real estate tokenization platform that has ever existed, right? What is that platform? I want to introduce to some e-estate. Now, some of you already know about how powerful this wonderful company is, but I want to tell you, this is a company that's combining cutting edge technology with accessible investment opportunities. But the biggest thing that they've done is they opened the doors for everyone to be able to participate. And that's what's so amazing. Now, this company didn't just get started. This company was launched, right? And when I say this company was launched, I'm talking about launched like a rocket ship. Now, the company was established in November of 2024. But they consulted with different people. I had the privilege of being one of those consultants that they consulted with before they launched, right? Then they came back and they did all of the things that they needed to do. But then they announced the official launch in June of 2025. But let me tell you guys this, right? When they launched the right way. They had already acquired 9 real estate properties that were available for tokenization. They had launched their own token on the Binance Smart Chain, which is the EST estate token on the Binance Smart Chain. They had already done all their due diligence. They were ready for business. Now, let me tell you how I know that they were ready for business. Because in 6 months, this company put up some phenomenal numbers. Let me read through just a few of these numbers for you because it's going to paint the picture of how successful e-estate is. Well, in 6 months, this company had grew to more than 10,500 registered users on the platform. Look, let's give it up for e-estate. That deserves some applaud right there. There's some hand claps, some hearts, some hundreds, everything. This company had already registered more than 5,000 real estate purchase transactions through EST. This company has sold more than 2 million EST backed by real world property. This company had grew to more than 1,200 plus professionals worldwide. And here's my favorite number here. They had already paid out more than $2.5 million to people who had purchased tokenized real estate assets through the platform. That is incredible. Not only that, but in that very short period of time, the company had grew from 9 to 11 projects, and now we're up to 12 projects worth more than $100 million on our platform. Once again, let's give it up for e-estate for doing something amazing. Now, I want to shift really quick and talk to you about this because we recently just had an article that was published in Finbold. Now, I want to tell you the significance of this article that we have here, guys. This article was not just a press release. This article was by Jordan Major, who is the chief editor of Finbold. And this is his report on our incredible company, right? It says that e-estate Group Inc. has announced that it has tokenized more than $100 million worth of premium property assets, marking an early milestone for the digital real estate platform as the broader tokenization market continues to gain momentum. Is that not incredible? This is his independent report. I want you guys to get this. This is his independent report on e-estate. Man, if you think this is powerful, I don't have time to read through the entire article, but if you think this is powerful, then I want you guys to let me see those hearts and hundreds, right? We have this independent article that was published by their chief editor. Look, let me show you. If you click on Jordan Major, you will see that when you click on his name, he is the chief editor of Finbold, and he's reported on things like BlackRock and what they're doing for cryptocurrency, and Google and Amazon and Bitcoin. He's reported on a lot of these things, but also he is reporting on eEstate, the best tokenized real estate platform in the world, right? So let's go ahead, let's go further. I know you guys are excited about that, but here's some things that I want to clarify for you. Sometimes when people see that we talk about digital real estate, or we're talking about the tokenization of real estate, one of the questions that people ask are these real properties. But can I tell you that we offer verified real estate assets? So all of these properties are real properties that you get to participate in. Every property is protected with insurance. Every property and every asset that we have is tokenized for greater liquidity. Every property undergoes a thorough auditing process to make sure it's the right property for our platform and that it produces the type of profits that are conducive for our income model. Our company is totally legal entity identified, right? So when we're in financial transactions, we already have that legal entity identifier. But here's the other thing, guys. Our company here is building one of the largest tokenized real estate communities that's ever existed, right? So that's a powerful thing. But if you're maybe wondering about compliance and verification, can I tell you that we meet all of the compliance and verification standards? Whether you're talking about Financial Action Task Force, anti-money laundering, or legal entity identifier, our company meets the highest standards when it comes to compliance and verification. Now let's talk about these real properties that I just mentioned, because people want to see some information on some of our properties. Well, I'm going to give you a sample of that information today. One of the properties that we have on our platform that you can participate in is this lake house that's located in Lakeside, Oregon. Now, let me give you some property facts here. This is a house that was built in 2007. It's a two-story home with a crawl space, and it's a contemporary style home. It's over 3,780 square feet. It sits on 13.3 acres. It's a three-bedroom, three-bath home, right? It has a two-car attached garage, has an additional shop that's sitting out back, and it has views of the lake and the forest, and you get walk-in access to the lake, and there's a dock right there for you. Guys, this is an amazing asset. Now, this asset is strategically set up for short-term rental. And so let's look at the short-term rental performance overview. The average daily rate for this home is about $950 a day. The estimated annual occupancy is from 65 to 75%, and the projected annual rental revenue is from $208,000 to $260,000 per year. Now, this is absolutely incredible for this property, but let me tell you guys, I think this is wonderful that we get to participate in it. This is a high-performing real estate asset that's already exists. So if you decided that you wanted to get involved and the company says, well, hey, look, if you give us $5,000, we'll allow you to participate in the profitability of this property and we'll pay you some passive income. How many, if the company offered that at $5,000, how many of y'all think that would be a good deal? Let me see the hearts and hundreds. At $5,000, this would be a good deal for you to earn some passive income. You didn't have to come up with 25,000, 50,000, or anything like that, right? Well, guys, let me tell you, it would be an excellent deal if you got in, you could get on this for $5,000. But the truth of the matter here, the fact of the matter is that you can actually get in on this property and start earning passive income for as little as $250. So no longer do you have to go out and break the bank. No longer are you excluded because you don't have a lot of capital. You can actually get involved in a high performing real estate asset like this for as little as $250. Now let's take a look at one more property here that I think is going to be incredible for you. This is one of our newest properties, which is a desert villa that's located in California, and it's an absolutely gorgeous property right here. Now, a little bit of the details on this property. It was built in 2005. It's a one-story home, slab on grade. It's a modern style home. It's 3,308 square feet, sits on 0.3 acres, and this has a two-car attached garage. It's in a residential neighborhood, and it has a private yard. Now, let's look at the short-term rental performance of this property. You're looking at a property that average a daily rate of about $1,250. The annual expected occupancy is about 55 to 60%, and the projected annual revenue for this property is about $275,000 to $315,000 per year. So this is a high-performing property as well. Now, once again, let me ask the same question. Like I said, let me ask some empowering questions so we can get an empowered answer. If you could get involved with this property for just as little, let's just say if it was 5,000 and it was producing consistent profit for you on a monthly basis, how many of you all would get started with that property? Well, how many of you all think that would be a great deal, right? If you had the 5,000, that would be a great deal. Let me see the hearts and hundreds for that, right? I believe we can all come to a genuine consensus. If you had the $5,000, that would be a great deal for this property. But let me tell you, I'm so glad that not even this property, as beautiful as it is, it doesn't even take you a 5,000 to get a share of it, to get a share of the asset ownership, so that you can actually produce passive income. It only takes $1,000 for this property. Yes, a minimum of $1,000 for you to start earning a share of the profits produced by this property. That's the thing that I love about this, guys, that we have some incredible properties that we can actually participate in. This is amazing. Now, I'm going to shift a little bit because I'm going to go into our two-phase income model and how our income model produces profits for us. But I have a genuine scenario, right? And I have a genuine way that I like to explain this. Can I walk through that for you? Can I walk through it for you? If I can share with you a scenario that'll help you understand our model. Let me see the hearts and hundreds, right? If you guys, if I can walk through a scenario for you. All right. So just to help everybody understand what we're doing through tokenization and our two-phase income model and why it just flat out works is this. So if somebody came to me and I was the real estate expert, I want you guys to get this, and someone says, hey, look, I see you have a lot of rental properties and they produce a lot of passive income and you're doing very well in real estate. I would like to do the same thing. Can you give me the game plan? And if I gave somebody the game plan, I said, well, first of all, go look on and find a high producing property, right? That you like, right? And one that you feel would be a high producing property. And I want you to go ahead and look at it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get the bank to finance that for us so we don't have to come up with all that capital right up front. And so if you go to the bank and get them to finance, usually they're going to tell you, hey, look, we could do it for you if you got great credit, but here's what you're going to need, 20% down, and then we could do it. Now, if the average home, let's use the price of 250,000. That's the average home, right? So if we use 250,000, that 20% down would be about $50,000 down that we would have to put, right? So if we say, okay, we'll come up with the 50,000 to put down on the home. Now, what we're going to do, if we want to earn passive income through the rental space, then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get the home ready for rental. Now, if you're doing short-term rental like Airbnb, you're going to have to stage and furnish the home with all the necessary things. So you have to put a little more money into it for that. If it's just a rental, you're going to rent it out to somebody, then not as much, but you still got to make sure it's ready for rental, right? Now, once it's ready for rental, you have to go out and find someone that's going to actually rent the property. You're going to find a good tenant that's going to be in there for you. Now, you have a mortgage on this property. Let's just say your mortgage payment is around $2,000 a month. So you're going to have to put this on the market for at least $2,500 a month so you can make $500 a month of passive income at least. But then once you find that tenant, you get them all moved in, they're paying their rent, and hopefully they're paying it on time. The next thing that you're going to have to do is hope and pray that that HVAC doesn't go out. Because one HVAC issue can eat up all your profits. One toilet spitting up in the middle of the night can mess up a lot of things for you, right? You ever tried calling the plumber at 3 a.m. and trying to get them to come out to your house for some emergency, right? That's what happens. So I want to tell you guys that now you've just successfully gave yourself another job as a landlord. How many of you all, that sounds like a job to you? Let me see the hearts and hundreds. How many of y'all like, hey, that sounds like I just bought myself another job, didn't I? What is this? What's going on? All right. Now, if I'm that real estate expert and I say, well, look, I know this is a lot to get involved in. I've done it for a while. I'm going to give you a unique opportunity. This is going to explain how our two-phase income model works. What if I said to you, instead of you going out and doing all of that, I have a high-performing property here. It's a $100,000 property. I have got this property to the point where it already produces about $10,000 a month in profit for me. Right. And so since you want to get involved in this space, what I'll do is I'm going to open it up for 10 slots and I will let you be one of my slots. Now, all you have to do is give me $10,000, right? And what I'll do is I'll give you $1,000 a month of my 10% of my profit, 10,000 a month. I'll give you 10% of my profit, which is $1,000 a month, right? So, and I'll do that for 18 months for you. So I'm going to pay you $1,000 a month for 18 months. That means you gave me 10,000. You're going to make $18,000 in 18 months. How many of you all think that's a pretty good deal? Hearts and hundreds. If you think that's a pretty good deal, y'all picking up what I'm putting down, right? That's pretty cool, right? You gave me 10,000. I gave you $1,000 a month for 18 months. We happy. Now I tell you, I said, look, well, I think later on, once the property appreciates enough in value, I'll probably sell it, and then when I sell it, I'll give you your initial capital back, right? Now, after the 18 months, what I'm going to pay you is 10% of my profits every year. So every year, whatever I'm making, then I'll pay you 10% based on what you've gave me, right? Cool. That's cool. Everybody's like, oh, that's what's up. 10% a year based on what you gave me. All right, cool. That works. Now, think about this. I say, well, look, this is going pretty good. You're happy. I'm happy. You know why I'm happy? I got one person that I pay 1,000 who gets to keep the rest of the 9,000. Me, I get to keep the 9,000, right? I get to keep that. So I'm happy, you happy. But let's take it a little bit further. What if I told you, I say, look, I want to get some more people to do the same thing that you do. This is helping me recapitalize my property, right? So I say, well, look, if you find someone else to do the same thing you did, I'll pay you 6%. What's that? Like $600 if they do 10,000. All right, I'm gonna pay you $600 if you find that person. You go find a friend who's on the call. Let's say you go find Frank, and Frank says, hey, look, I want to do that too. So Frank comes to me. He gives me 10,000. I say, well, look, I'm going to give you 10% of the profits, my $10,000 a month. You take 1,000. So I'm going to get 1,000 a month. Yep. You get 1,000 a month for 18 months. Start with 10,000, 18 months, you make 18,000. Frank says, cool, I will do that. Now we're in a situation. I got two people in the first 2 months. I got two people. Now I got two people. I'm paying them $2,000, right? Who gets to keep the 8,000? Me. I get to keep the 8,000. I'm paying them the $1,000 a month for 18 months. After the 18 months, I go back to collecting all my profits. I'm only paying them 10% a year off of what they own. Okay, cool. This works for me. I can do that until I fill up the property with all the spaces, right? Now you're probably saying, well, look, Anthony, when you get fully capitalized with that 100,000, you got $100,000, you get fully you're not making any money. Oh, but I'm great. I just collected $100,000 totally from these people. So I recapitalized my property, right? Now, here's the other thing that I get after 18 months after everybody's 18 months is up, who goes back to collect all the profit? Majority of the profit. Me. I go back to collect the majority of the profit. How many of y'all think I'm happy? Hearts and hundreds. I'm happy, right? Because I'm only paying them 10% annually. I'm paying them $10,000 a year annually, and I'm making $10,000 a month off of this after everybody's 18 months is up. What? Everybody's happy. Now look, here's a couple years down the road, what happens? My property that was 100,000 is now worth 200,000. I say, oh, it's worth 200,000. I'm going to sell it. And when I sell it, I'm going to give them their 100,000 back, and I get to keep the other 100,000. How many of y'all know I'm really happy and they're happy too? Hearts and hundreds, if that made our two-phase income model look as beautiful as it is. It is a beautiful model that nobody else has figured out like eEstate. And I want to tell you, this is why we are the best tokenization platform in the world. But here's the great thing about what we have, guys. Everything is tokenized. So you don't have to worry if Anthony's really going to send me my $1,000 a month. We don't just do $1,000 a month. Our profits are paid daily. So let me explain our two-phase income model, right? Let me give you the technical explanation. So when you purchase a share of real estate tokenized asset through tokens, you are now going to be eligible for our two-phase income model. The first phase lasts for 18 months. During that 18 months, you're going to get paid profits daily, Monday through Friday. You're going to earn anywhere from 6 to 20% per month based on the property that you're participating in. After the 18 months, you're going to enter the passive phase where you're going to earn 10% annually for the lifetime of the property. If at any point the company decides to sell the property, what they do is they come back and they purchase your tokens back from you, which means in essence, you get your initial capital back. Whew. How many of you all understand our two-phase income model better than you ever have before? Let me see those hearts and hundreds. How many of you all see the power in our two-phase income model better than ever before? How many of you all really get it now? I see it. I see you guys with the hearts and hundreds. This is amazing right here, what we have our hands on, guys. I hope you guys are grasping the reality of what we have. Now, I want to give you guys one more example because this is going to make it real for you. See, typically these types of things were available, but they were only available to accredited investors. So there's a company like Sky Growth Strategies, which is in Miami, and they usually do the high-end projects in Miami, like the Mercedes-Benz residences and also the Dolce Gabbana residences. Now, this is the Dolce Gabbana residences that they just finished, right? They did this with Skygate Growth Strategies, all right, and JDS Development. Now, this one, the minimum investment was $100,000 for you to get started. Their rate of return, the preferred rate of return, is about 8% annually, right? Now, they distribute your funds monthly. Their target IRR all in is about 32% in 4 years, right? So this is actually pretty cool. Accredited investors like this. As a matter of fact, this deal is closed. Now, most of you all never got the memo on this deal, but they already raised the fund for it and it closed. So it's closed. It ended on December 31st, this deal, right? So you can't even get in on this now. But I want to compare this to our Miami property because we have a property located in Miami that you can get involved with. Now, it doesn't take $100,000. The minimum to get started with this property is $10. But just for the case in point, I want to make sure that we use apple to apple comparison. So we put $100,000 over here with this property. So if you did $100,000 in this property, you're projected to earn on average around $480 a day. $8,820 in a month is what that equates to. And in 18 months, you'll earn about $158,760. Now your break-even point is 10 months with this. But I want to compare this. I told Google Gemini to compare these two different models and show me the difference. And this is what Google Gemini came in. The traditional versus e-estate tokenized assets. This shows the traditional model, $100,000 for accredited investors only, right? Your estimated monthly payout on a $100,000 share is $667 a month. Then you have the e-estate model, our Miami property tokens, right? So now you are going to talk about a minimum of a $10 start point where it's open to everyone, and your estimated monthly payout on 100K is $8,820. That is a 13x more cash flow. 13x more cash flow. Guys, if you think our model is just flat out better, let me see the hearts and hundreds. We have a better model over here. It's just, even Google Gemini agrees with us. Your model beats their model all day, every day. All right. Now, most of you all are like, Anthony, this is incredible. How do I get started with something like this, right? It's very easy. The person who invited you to hear this information is probably already a digital real estate agent. And I'll talk to you about that opportunity in a second. But you just go ahead and get their specialized link for you because they're an agent and they can share this with you. And so once they share that link with you, then you go ahead and enroll, right? And set up your free account and then go ahead and get verified on the platform. Once you're verified, then you're going to be able to browse the different properties in our portfolio. You choose the one that suits your needs, right? The one that matches the capital that you have available and the type of passive income that you want to earn. So once you find that, all you have to do is fund your account so you can make your purchase. Now, you can fund your account with a cryptocurrency, right? Now, that we have a lot of different tokens for you to be able to fund with, whether it's Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, XRP, USDT, USDC, Solana, or even Trump coin. And now we even have PYUSD, which is PayPal stablecoin, which you can actually fund with as well, which makes it even more simple if you have a PayPal account. All right. So that's incredible. Now, the next thing that you do once you fund your account, you're just going to make your purchase on the platform. When you do make your purchase, you're going to get access to your tokens on the Binance Smart Chain, and you're going to get a contract that's automatically executed between you and e-estate. This is the duality of proof. And even our contract includes capital and asset inheritance, put it that way. It also includes asset inheritance, which means that you can actually pass this passive income onto a loved one. See, I love this because I always say you should pass more than memories onto your loved ones. You should pass them some money, right? How many of you all think that's a great way to achieve generational wealth, right? How many of you all important? If generational wealth is something that's important to you, you want to leave a legacy behind. How about leaving some money behind? One of the things that you want to do is leave some money behind, right? And I think that's incredible that we're able to do that through this incredible opportunity and by purchasing real estate assets through tokenization. Now, this is incredible. I believe this is one of the best ways for you to earn legitimate passive income. But here's one of the things I want to express here. We have another unique opportunity that's upon us right now. You heard me mention a digital real estate agent. Now, I understand that this opportunity won't be for everybody. Everybody may not want to get involved in this way. I saw this opportunity as a game changer because eState is the only platform that's allowing us to participate in the real estate tokenization space this way. Let me tell you what a digital real estate agent is. And you have the opportunity to become one of the first ever digital real estate agents in the tokenization space. Now, in order to become a digital real estate agent, you do have to have a licensed subscription membership with the ARDR, which is the International Association of Real Digital Realtors. They're one of the companies who came together to actually launch eState. It was launched with Eli Properties and the ARDR. Those two companies came together in partnership to launch eState. All right. Now, you do your membership. Don't worry, the membership is not something that's going to break your pockets. The membership is just $9 per month, and you only need to pay for your first month to get started. Now, if you want to pay for the first year upfront, you can, and it's only $90. Once you pay for that, though, you're just going to do a short online application so that the company knows more about you. You're going to sign an agreement with the company saying that you're going to adhere to their code of conduct. And also, once all of that's completed, you're going to get approved by the company. So you will be a certified digital real estate agent so you can share these properties with other people. Now, once you start sharing these properties with other people on the platform, you're going to be eligible to now earn deal commission. Now, once you have at least $500 of tokenized real estate sales through your organization, you're earning 6% off of every deal. Now, that $500 can be accessed on your first deal. Because let me give you an example. If you get started, you share this with somebody, they say, hey, look, I saw you guys have a commercial property, starts at $10,000. It pays around $1,500 a month of passive income. I want to get in on that. So when they decide to make the purchase on that, you're going to earn 6% right up front. Because that purchase is more than $500, that automatically qualifies you for that, right? So you're going to earn 6% to $600. It's dropped immediately into your wallet as soon as that purchase is made. That's right. You don't have to wait for a closing. You don't have to wait for anything else. It happens automatically on our platform. That is what's also absolutely incredible about what we have our hands on. Now, you're going to be excited about this because unlike traditional real estate, you don't have to hope that that person comes back to you if they want to purchase another property. They're connected to you forever. And guess what? Our digital real estate license is a global license. So no matter where they purchase another property, no matter where they are, no matter when they purchase, they're always connected to you. And every time they purchase a new property, you earn more compensation. How many of you all are excited about that? Let me see the hearts and hundreds, right? That's exciting. If you're a traditional real estate agent, this will be a game changer for you, right? Now, let me explain something else to you here with this. They're connected to you forever. And the average person who's purchasing property on the eState platform, they own at least four property shares in their portfolio. That is incredible. So you mean to tell me you're going to make money over and over and over again because you did the work once and referred that person once? That's the way you make money, right? Now, let me tell you this. I love this because you can operate like a real estate broker from day one. What I mean is you can enroll other agents into your organization. And when those agents start to close their own deals, you're going to be compensated on their deals as well. So if that agent is on your level 2 through your level 5, you're going to earn 2% on their deals. So they get to earn this. Let's say they referred someone who purchases a $100,000 share of property asset, right? Asset property. You know what I mean? All right. So if they purchase that, then here's what happens. You're going to earn 6%, which means that you will earn $6,000. I'm sorry, they did. They will earn 6,000. But because you referred that agent, you will earn 2,000. How many of you all would love to earn $2,000 on work you didn't have to do? Let me see those hearts and hundreds. You didn't have to do the work. But because somebody else closed the deal for 100,000, you actually get compensated. You made $2,000 on work that you didn't have to do. That's amazing. If that agent actually falls on your level 6 through 8, you earn 1% on all the deals that are closed on that level. Now it gets even better because the company also allows us to earn profit commission. So profit commission is a way for you to participate in the profits that are being paid out from the properties in your organization. Now you get to earn this profit commission on 5 levels, but let me tell you how this is unlocked. Once you reach agent level 4, that means you have $25,000 of qualified tokenized real estate purchases in your organization. Then that means that you are now agent level 4 and you're qualified to earn a profit commission on all the profits that are being paid out from the properties on your first level. So let's just say that was $1,000 worth of let's say it's $1,000. Yeah, $1,000 worth of profits being paid out on a daily basis. You will earn a 5% match of that. That means you will earn $50 a day. Or let's just say there was 2,000. That would mean you would earn $100 a day. Or let's say if it was 10,000, that means that you would earn $500 a day. That's pretty cool, right? This is money that's going to come in regardless of any new purchases that are happening in your organization. This is what I can call consistent residual income. See, most other companies that you would get involved in, you get residual income based on what someone is paying. But I love the fact that with our company, you're getting residual income based off what someone is getting paid. So what does that mean? Now you don't have to worry about somebody's card declining, right? So you now get consistent residual income off of this, and you can earn this on 5 different levels. Right now, I'm up to around $300 a day of profit commission. I wake up and I know that I'll make at least $300 a day, whether someone purchases a new tokenized property ownership, whether somebody does anything else, whether any bonuses are earned or anything, I'm automatically going to earn at least $300 a day just through my profit commission. I love the way that this is set up, right? Now, let me tell you this. There are also agent career levels. You want to build a career over here? You're welcome to do so. Everybody starts at agent level 0, and you can now build your way up to agent level 20. Now, the way you go through this compensation plan is not about how many people that you actually refer. This compensation plan is based on how much tokenized real estate is being purchased through your organization. Now, there is a breakdown of how those purchases actually roll over to your organizational volume or turnover. See, your personal purchases are going to count 100% towards your organizational volume or turnover. Your first level purchases is going to be 80%, second level is 40%, third level is 20%, fourth level is 10%, and on levels 5 through 8 is 5%. All right. Now, as those purchases continue to accumulate, you're going to move through the compensation plan. Once you get the $500 of accumulated turnover that you reach agent level 1, you get 100 e-tokens. Now, let me tell you, our e-tokens is our reward token that allows you to participate in our reward system. Now, our reward system is what we call a money wheel. So when you actually, I call it the wheel of fortune, right? So every time that you spend that one money wheel, you would earn anywhere from 50 cents up to $1,000. And all you need is 100 e-tokens to spend that money wheel. So at your agent level 1, you get 100 tokens. You get a chance to spin that wheel to win up to $1,000. Pretty cool, right? But every time you hit one of these milestones, whether it's 3,000, 10,000, 25,000, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, every time you're going to get to a different agent level, but you also get bonuses, right? So if you look at agent level 10, that's when you're at $1 million of qualified turnover or volume in your organization. You're also going to get 10,000 e-tokens, which will allow you to spin our money wheel 100 times, which is amazing, right? Now you have 100 times to win up to $1,000, but then you also get $10,000 in cash that you can withdraw in crypto. That is amazing right there. You can do whatever you want to. If you want to withdraw it, go on a shopping spree, you can. If you want to buy more property, you can. It's your choice on what you do with that money that is paid out. Now, this all actually goes all the way up to agent level 20. Now, agent level 20 is $15 million of volume. That means that you're going to get 50,000 e-tokens at that level, and you would get a $50,000 cash bonus that's paid out to you as well. See, I love the fact that we could build a career over here and we could do some phenomenal things, and we could also get bonuses for increasing our agent level as a digital real estate agent. Now, some of you all are wondering if there are people already succeeding with this, and I'm going to tell you absolutely yes. I'm gonna have to do a 2-page screen after a while. I need to do that now, and I'm gonna work on a 2-page screen because of all the success that we're having over here. Let me tell you guys, man, and I haven't gotten Martin McLean's agent level 11 actual flyer yet. So as soon as I get that, I'll update it. But Martin McLean, Crypto Mason, is already agent level 11. And man, we're talking about a short 7 to 8 months on the platform, and he's already maxing out the compensation plan, which is amazing. Then we have Brandon Ivy, who's already hit agent level 5. He's our crypto educator. Then we have also we have Deanna, who's reached agent level 5. I finally got her flyer updated. I know she's happy about that. We got Keith Washington, agent level 5. We got Reggie Brown, Mr. Reggie, at agent level 4. We have also Julian Clark, that's at agent level 4. We have G Boss, right? That's agent level 4 already as well. Then we have Terry Bertrand, who's agent level 5. Siwa, who's agent level 5. D Washington, agent level 5. We have Richard Acuff, agent level 5. We got Lynn Hamilton, that's agent level 6. Maurice Jenkins, agent level 6. And you have myself at agent level 8. And very soon I'll be announcing the agent level 9 that's coming up, guys. This is amazing. So many people succeeding over here. So yes, you can build a career over here. I want you guys to understand, we've had all of these success stories, and we're talking about 7 to 8 months since our official launch. And people are already establishing full-time incomes through e-estate. Full-time income through e-estate. This is so powerful, guys. But here's what I want you to know, right? You can have the opportunity of a lifetime, but it means absolutely nothing if you don't take advantage of it during the lifetime of the opportunity. And by no means am I saying that e-estate is going anywhere. But what I am saying, guys, is that there's a window of opportunity for you to get the maximum result out of participating in e-estate. You can literally build lifetime legacy income over here if you take advantage of this. That's what I want you guys to know, and that's what I want you guys to understand. All right. So who's excited right now? Let me see the hearts and hundreds for everybody that's excited about e-estate and everything that's being created over here, all the phenomenal passive income that we're earning, all the active income that we're earning, all the lives that we're changing, all the people that we're blessing. This is absolutely phenomenal. Now, I want to stop share real quick because I want to log in because I want to log into my back office because I'm going to do something special today. I'm going to surprise a lot of people. I'm not going to do it on this call right now because I got to record a video explanation and I don't have time to do it on the call today. But I'm going to do something special today. How many of you all remember that about a month ago, I think it was about a month or so ago, I made a live purchase on Zoom. How many of y'all remember that? I made a live purchase on Zoom. How many of you all were around for that? Y'all got to see my live purchase on Zoom. All right, yeah, I see some people were on there, right? Y'all got to see me do it, right? Y'all saw the whole process and everything, right? So I decided this weekend, that after buying my wife a new purse, I needed some more passive income, right? I said, look, I like the way she liked that purse. And I said, I need some more passive income, right? And so I decided, I love the fact that with e-estate, I could buy more passive income. Woo! How many of you all like being able to buy income? How many of you see how do you buy income? You buy income producing assets. That's how you buy your income with e-estate. You buy income producing tokenized real estate assets. That's how you buy income. Let me share something with you. So I want to show you guys that I don't only talk about it, I walk it out. This is not just what I talk about. This is what I walk out, right? So I loaded up my account. And I'm about to purchase. What do y'all think? Hold on. Is any crazy people on? I'm gonna ask my wife. Do you think it's pretty clean right now? Do you think it's clean? It might not be. I don't know. We're gonna check it out. We'll close it down if it's not clean. But I want to open it up. Let me open up the chat real quick. I want you guys to tell me what property you think I'm about to purchase. What property share do you think I'm about to purchase? Drop it in the chat. Who thinks I'm about to purchase something? Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Somebody's getting all right. Somebody saying business development, business development. All right, y'all getting close. Let me see let me see if somebody got it. Somebody got it. Up. Famous properties, my guy. Famous property. I think he hit it on the head. The highest. Y'all know we got buyer levels, right? So I am up to my buyer level will allow me. My buyer level will allow me to purchase up to the land plot level. The land plot level. Hold on. So let me go and show y'all my buyer. We're gonna go into real estate. And let me tell you, look at your buyer level on your real estate, right? So if I go here, we got all of this on level one. All of this is on level one, all the way up to this commercial property. All of this is on level one. See, when you go to buyer level two, you can purchase this business property. This was gonna be my next purchase. This would be 24,000, which would earn me about close to $4,000 a month. This is about $4,000 a month, right? Yeah, that would be pretty cool. But what about this? Hold up, wait a minute. I said 51,310. I might be able to do this, right? This means, right, that I'm going to purchase this. I might do a little more than 5310, right? That's why I loaded my account with more. I got my account, got a little bit more in my account. All right, so I'm trying to figure out how much I'm gonna do, but this means $8,727 on average every month, and in 18 months, I'll earn over $157,100. Woo! My break even point is 5 months. I can stand that. How many of you all could stand a 5 month break even point? Right? I'm looking at this and I'm saying this is pretty. Right? Can I tell you what I did? I just purchased myself a 6-figure passive income. Now that's just from this one property. Y'all gotta understand. I got a nice portfolio already. I got a pretty sweet portfolio already. Let me show y'all. My portfolio is not too shabby. All right, I'm taking it up, but my portfolio is actually pretty nice. So if I go to my assets, I got a well diversified portfolio here. Look, this is not a skimpy portfolio, right? This portfolio is pretty thorough. But now I earn all of this money. Woo, I think this is gonna take me to around $15,000 a month. I think I'll be somewhere around $15,000 a month of passive income. Woo! Hold on, y'all heard what I said though, right? I said this will take me around $15,000 a month of passive income. This is not including what I earn from the compensation. This is passive income from my properties. Wow, this is what we could do with estate. Now, I want to tell y'all, let me give my disclaimer really quick. This is not to induce or to get anybody to do anything. This is me building out my own personal portfolio. This is me building out my own stuff so that I can earn a type of passive income so I can buy my wife bags like that every month without even flinching, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I could do this like every month, no problem, right? So I just wanted to share this with you guys. I think this is phenomenal. But I also want to show you, this is me putting my own, this is me putting my own advice to work, right? Because I tell you guys all the time, I could let that money sit in the bank account, and guess what? It will earn next to nothing for me. It would be buried in my bank account. I could let it sit in my bank account and it would do nothing for me. But I'm putting it in an income producing asset through tokenization that's going to produce consistently for me. This is how you plant your money instead of burying your money. I have now planted my money. I gave my money a strategic plan. I'm giving my money a strategic plan, and I'm giving my money time. 18 months. and 18 months takes me to over $158,000. That's what we're talking about here. All right. So I just wanted to share that with you guys here, man. I want to show you my personal journey, but let's bless somebody, right? I want to bless somebody today. Let's do this. This is what we're going to do. All right. So, whew, man, I'm so excited. All right. So, I want to bless somebody who's brand new to the platform. When I say brand new, that means you have not purchased a share of a property on the e-estate platform yet through tokenization. And I want to help you do that first purchase. So this is what we're going to do. Everybody that's brand new who has not made a purchase on our platform yet, can you do me a favor right now and drop a 1 in the chat? Drop a 1 in the chat for me. If you're brand new, drop a 1 in the chat. I know we're going over just a little bit, but I think it's for a good cause. Awesome. Let me see. We only got one person. You might be the lucky winner. There's only one new person who has not purchased on the platform today. Going once, going twice. Sold. You are our winner today. Is it give or not? You are the winner today. Congratulations. Who referred you onto the presentation today? Who referred you onto the presentation today? Your cousin. So here's what I want you to do. I don't know who your cousin is. If you can let me know your cousin's Sylvester. There you go. So get with Sylvester, and you go ahead and enroll if you haven't done so already. Go ahead and enroll, get verified on the platform, and then I want you guys to email me with your. I want you to email me with your email address that you enrolled with, right? And I am going to send some funds over to your account so you can make your first purchase on our platform. So you can go ahead and make your first purchase on our platform. So I'm going to stick my email address in here. Make sure you guys email me as soon as you enroll and get verified on the platform. Okay. Enroll and get verified. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to bless you to get started. Let's congratulate Give or Not right now for being on today and being the winner today. I feel like it was destined for you to be on today, right? This is amazing. So I love this. I love this for you guys, man. I'm excited. Hopefully you enjoyed this presentation today. It's always my heart to give as much as I can and share with people as much as I can. All right. So let me see. There you go. There you go. Miss Audrey Jean is on it. Absolutely. Incredible. So, guys, thank you so much for this, man. Being on. I'm doing another live presentation tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's our nightly call. We have a lot of fun at that night call, right? So I want you guys to be on there. Brandon Ivy will also be doing another presentation tomorrow I think Brandon's call tomorrow is at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Brandon is having a call. We're busy tomorrow, right? So Brandon Ivy is doing a call at 1 p.m. Then I'm doing the Agent Accelerator at 1 p.m. Right? Agent Accelerator. And that's going to be at 1. I got some special stuff to go over tomorrow too, right? So we got some special stuff to go over tomorrow for the Agent Accelerator. That's going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So Brandon at 1, mine is at 3 p.m. I got some special stuff to go over for you for as an agent. If you want to accelerate your growth, we got a new agent fast start playbook that I'm going to be releasing and going over tomorrow, right? I'm going to be releasing and going over that tomorrow. And we got some other stuff that we're going to be covering on the Agent Accelerator. It's going to be amazing. All right. So that's what we're going to do. So get ready, be prepared for that. And then what else on Tuesday? Tuesday night. So we got Brandon at 1, Agent Accelerator at 3, and then another presentation at 9. All right, another presentation at 9. So we're packed out tomorrow, but it's going to be an absolutely phenomenal time. So guys, I'm going to get off here so I can get some stuff done. But I want you guys to know, as always, I love and care about each and every one of you. And I definitely want to see all of you win. Until the next presentation, I hope you guys have an absolutely phenomenal day. And we are out. You guys be blessed. Be blessed, guys. Be blessed, guys. I'll see you guys very soon.